Good evening, Facebook audience, family, friends, and people that are following us. My name is Cathy Novicky, and this is my 90-day Facebook Live challenge for Champions Over Cancer. Today is June 21st, and it is day 28. And what I was just saying to our daughter and my husband when I was sitting down, he said, "What was the title?" And I said, "I don't know what to say." I'm so tired, and I didn't work today. But I don't know, it's doing these lives has been very interesting. They're, they take work, they take, I've been in my days off, I've been reading and researching and, trying to put things together in order. And so is it all on top of what I do on a regular basis, work and all this other stuff, home, and try to exercise and get enough sleep? That's not really happening lately. So, shame on me. But I don't know what to say is usually one of the first things that people who just find out that you have breast cancer will say to you. They'll say, "Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say." And, when that used to happen to me, I would say, it's all right. You don't have to say anything, because it is what it is. Even then, it wasn't as if I was looking for attention. I was unfortunately getting the attention because of what I was going through, but it wasn't the type of attention that one would normally seek. But now I feel like I am almost reliving 7 years ago. Physically, in the sense that I'm tired. What am I tired from? I'm trying to look at my notes, which my coach will yell at me for, but it's just what it is. And I'm up much later than I normally am. And as you might have heard the other night, I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go to be at work at 7 o'clock. And people say to me, "Well, why do you have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to be to work at 7? Well, when you have, I have lymphedema from my breast cancer. They took out, I had I had bilateral mastectomies. My left was my affected side, and my right I did prophylactically, because I knew myself emotionally that I could not get up every day and wonder if I was going to find a lump in that breast, when I was going to find another lump in that breast. So I chose a prophylactic right mastectomy at the same time. It is not what the medical community, surgical community recommends. They are all about breast, tissue, reserve, saving as much tissue as they can. But they would not have been able to save any on my affected side, because I was I'm not a very large person. And when I was first diagnosed, I had 3 positive nodes, and when I went to the OR about 6 weeks later, I had 5 positive nodes, lymph nodes, and they took out 23 lymph nodes out from my left axillary area. So I don't know how many are left, because I don't know how many you have. But so every morning and every evening I have to do what's called manual drainage. It's a series of exercises where you lightly rub and massage, and there's a certain direction that you have to do it to keep the fluid going in the right direction, to try to keep the lymph nodes connected and to keep your arm functional, and it does so it doesn't become too enlarged and get fibrotic. And I know, don't look at me like that. So I have to do that in the morning. I also have to do stretches for my back, and because, you know, you work at the bedside as an RN at the bedside, and you have, Harvard did a nursing study, and their conclusion was that nurses who are 50 years old or older who've worked at the bedside have 100% more back, hip, and knee problems. While I can't, you know, put down Harvard because it's Harvard, I think I probably could have told you that myself. So, yeah, it takes a lot of time for me in the morning, and it takes the same amount at night. Well, depending on how I'm feeling, it takes the same amount at night. So that adds to my regular day, and then you have the emotional aspect of it. As I said, I feel like I'm reliving 7 years ago because I'm speaking so much about it, and it, you know, your emotions can drain you just as much as physically draining, but it also can be exhilarating because I'm helping people, and we're starting to reach more people. And whenever I talk to someone who has been through it or is going through it, I don't look like this. You know, I am more upbeat. I am a listener. You know, I am an encourager. But this, I guess, is me complaining because I'm tired. So I'm not trying to send mixed messages. It's just, you know, taking care of people takes a lot out of you. And so you have to sometimes sit back and take care of yourself also. And business is new to me, you know, and so I'm learning on the fly, and this 90-day challenge has absolutely taught me many things so far, and we're at day 27. Yes, the progressives are there, but sometimes they still don't read. So it can be nerve-wracking, but, you know, I'm all right with this because what I've done and what my husband and I have done is that we've put a fabulous team, a support team around us. We have my husband, Jay, who's been there for me from day one, and while he had his own emotions and issues to deal with, in the end, you know, we've grown stronger together, and I think that's phenomenal, given the fact that breast cancer patients usually have about a 50% divorce rate. We also have our children, Cassie and Jared, who have been there since the beginning, and they have been supportive and snarky at the same time. One of the lines from my book, Cloudy with a Chance of Cancer, is when we were going to surgery, we were riding in the elevator, and we stopped on the floor before the floor I had to get off, and I must have made some kind of snort or noise, and Jared, our son, went, "Did you just groan?" And I went, I guess I did out loud. But then we got off, then the doors opened for my floor, and it was like, okay, let's go get him. And you know, he just was giggling. So on top of my immediate family, and I have to mention my sister Tracy also, because she was there a great deal for me, and I can't thank her enough for that. But we have the people that we've brought together for the business now also. We have Melanie, my business coach and my life coach, and I'm sure she'll have something to say about this broadcast. We have Kate, who manages our webpage and is phenomenal for any technological device questions that you have, because, you know, I always tell my patients, I can defibrillate you, but I just learned how to fax last week, and that's not very far. It's not very far from the truth. So, but all I know, the bottom line is, even though today has been a day off, I ran some errands this morning, but the past 2 days, it's just been very exhausting, and it's a cumulative effect, and that acute therapy is very much like that. It's a cumulative effect, and so I took a break this afternoon. I took a nap. I haven't done that in a while, and I'm a great napper. I love to nap. So, but I am here, I am live, and I will continue to be live and fight through to get through this 90-day challenge. I think that's one of the side effects of the challenge, is that you start to question yourself. You start to search for things to talk about. I know Melanie, my coach, she just can like talk about anything and can go on and on and on, and usually I can too, but not like when I feel like this. So so that's the bottom line, is that, you know, tonight I really didn't know what to say, but it's kind of a review of how things are going, how I'm feeling right now, and the fact that I'm ready for bed, and I have to get up tomorrow morning and go to work, and then we're going to do it again tomorrow night, because I'm committed to it. And what also comes with being committed to this 90-day challenge is learning new skills, meeting new people, reaching more people, and having the conversation about the differences when you're cancer-free, what we want to bring to that population, and what we want to change in the culture of a cancer-free individual, where there are issues that linger. And trust, that was what I was working on today, and maybe that's why I'm so tired, because they seem to be exponentially growing, this list of issues. But they all speak to the quality of your life, and not everyone is going to have any. I don't think that made sense. Not everyone is going to have the same issues, but because we're all individuals, we all will have some issues, and you want to address them and, you know, go forward so you can start living the second chance and growing your dreams and doing whatever you want. And that's what I'm doing. Believe it or not, this is doing what I want. That's what I want, is like a better hairdo, but that's okay. Trying to grow it out, you know, and so I have to do what I'm gonna do. So it's not been the best of posts, but, you know, if you know me, you know that you're not going to get something false. You get who I am, the real me, and this is the real me, being tired, being a little confused, trying to get my ducks in a row and things on track. And I'm going to tell you that. And if I'm talking to you as a professional, I'm going to tell you that too, because it's not easy, and it's going to be, you're going to have good times, you're going to have bad times, you're going to have even worse times. But if you fight and you have support, then you will come out the other side and hopefully learn from the experience like I did. I mean, I came out, I always try to look for something positive when it's an experience that I would prefer not to participate in. And I certainly did not want to participate in that. And yet I found a stronger, I found out I was stronger than I thought. My bonds with my family got stronger, and it, my future kind of, cleared up a little bit in the sense of what do I want to do, and it became, it grew into a mission. And I was frustrated then too, because no one could give me the answers. I didn't know what to say. They didn't know what to say. They didn't have any answers to give me. So it kind of goes round and round. But as long as you get up the next day and you put your feet on the ground and you just start moving, then it's going to be okay. So I'm going to go and get some rest. I am going to, I can't promise that I'll be any better tomorrow night because I'm working, but I will do my best to find a topic of some greater importance, even though this is important because you see the effects of dealing with cancer when you're in that acute stage, and you can have the same kind of effects going forward depending on what you do. But trust me, this is not a steady state. It's not a constant state. It's just intermittent, and you have to know that, you have to look at what you're doing and see, reflect on if that's what's causing it. Among, other daily life things like being, a wife and a mother and a nurse. So, we wear many, many hats. And when I really don't have anything to say, my daughter has a fabulous suggestion that I sit on the couch with our dogs, the mascots, and say, I have nothing to say, so I'm just going to cuddle with the dogs for 5 minutes. So when you ever see that, then you'll know that I really have nothing to say that night. So for now, this is very tired, fatigued Cathy Novicky, and I hope all is well and people are healthy and have hope for their future. And I will be back tomorrow and speak with you again. And so to everyone out there, to all of our followers, I thank you. I am so grateful. The number of followers that we have had has increased. It's just amazing. And so we're reaching people, and that's the first step. So I'm here, I'm live, I'm going off, and I will talk to you tomorrow. All right? Everybody have a good evening, safe night, peace.